How's it going, guys? Got an exciting one for you today. Today, we're going to go over how to build a 10K per month agency, $10,000 per month agency in just 21 days. In this video, I'm going to cover the entire process, literally each step you need to take to build a 10K per month agency. Now, we're not going to complicate it a lot because there's not a lot, honestly, you need to do. You just need to focus on 3 to 4 main pillars, which I will cover in just a minute. But yeah, let's just get right into it. This is going to be an exciting one. So before you continue watching, I highly request you to go ahead and subscribe below and also smash the like button because this helps with the YouTube algorithm. I've been trying to push a lot of videos over the past few weeks, and I genuinely believe out of just these videos, anyone, if they're properly listening to what I'm telling you guys to do and taking the action steps, you can just sign clients for your agency just purely out of these videos without paying anywhere. So hopefully you guys do subscribe. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. So how to build a 10K per month SMMA in 21 days. Now there is a bit of a clause here which I'll go over in just a second, but this is going to be a full action plan on what you need to do. So, number one thing before I move on, I just want to, this is so essential, I need to focus on. What you see right now on your screen is called a foundation. It is made for literally every building or skyscraper you see. I might butcher some terms. I'm genuinely sorry. I don't come from an architecture background, but these foundations are never visible to you once the building is made. So this is a very similar reference to how you want to start building your agency. A lot of people who are just starting their agency feel like they just need to sign like set meetings and sign clients. That's basically it. But that's totally not it. And that's probably the reason why you're not still able to build an agency above like the 8K, 10K per month, like that six-figure a year mark with your agency, because you're focusing on the wrong things, right? So what is a foundation and why do you need it? Before building any skyscraper or a building, you need to have strong foundations on which the building stands. It cannot stand on itself alone, right? It is going to fall, right? So you need to have strong foundations. You need bigger foundations at the bottom, which will support each and every pillar of whatever you do above it. Same case with buildings, same case with building an SMMA or an agency, right? So in the first 1 to 30 days, you genuinely need to focus on the foundations, the 3 to 4 main pillars, which I'm going to walk through in just a second, right? So instead of thinking about, hey, this X strategy gets meetings and I just need to sign clients and just information overloading yourself, just watching videos, it's better if you focus on only 4 things, avoid distractions on any other new shiny object syndrome, right? And just focus on these 4 things, right? So with these foundations, I'm going to be genuinely honest. Like, it might not be possible to build a 10K per month agency in just 21 days, but it is 100% possible to have the right foundation set, to have a literal 10K per month agency setup behind you or beneath you as acting as a foundation, so that with every other day you take actions on that foundation, you're signing a client, you're retaining those clients and growing further and further and multiplying, right? So that was like a bit of a caveat, and I'll go a bit more into this, that it's not about building a 10K per month agency in just 21 days. No, the more realistic roadmap according to me would be around the 80 to 90 days mark. That's completely achievable. Like we have signed multiple clients in just like over like 10K figures in just over like 70 to 90 days with complete ease, right? So that's a more realistic timeline, but you cannot achieve it. I just want to repeat it. You cannot achieve it if you do not have the right foundation set in. So what do you need to do from day 1 to your day 30? Or you can also call this day 1 to your day 21, but just to take like a month timeline just to make it easy, right? You need to focus on only 4 pillars. It's as easy as that, right? Do not look anywhere else. One thing which I used to struggle a lot was I used to take advices and courses from XYZ places and listen to all of them at once and get into like an action confusion where I don't know what step I'm taking. I'm putting my hands into everything but not doing it properly, so not getting any results, right? So you only need to focus on 4 pillars, and let's just get started. Number 1, the only first pillar you need to focus in the first 21 to 30 days is figuring out your client acquisition system. This system is what is going to regularly bring you a lot of meetings and basically clients in through the doors of your agency, right? And when you're just starting out, I would always recommend you to not look at everything. Oh, I should do email as well. Oh, I should do LinkedIn as well. Oh, Instagram as well. Oh, Facebook as well. No, just focus on one maximum two systems of acquisition or outreach to acquire meetings and sign clients. So this could be emails plus looms. You can still consider looms as a part of just the emails as well, but this could be emails plus LinkedIn, emails plus Instagram, right? Just focus on one, maximum two. If you want, you can only focus on one as well. So like the one which I highly recommend is just focusing on email plus loom. So loom emails, like video audit emails plus just general emails, personalized emails, for example, right? That could be the only one client acquisition source you focus on. We sign majority of our clients from there. The secondary source, for example, for me could be LinkedIn, right? For you, this could be Instagram. Everything works, but if you do all of them at once until until you have figured out all of them, right? Until you're at a scale, you're going to lose out on all of them. Being a jack of all trades is cool, but you need to have expertise and foundations in like one or two. Like you need to build one by one rather than building all of them at once, if that makes sense, right? So number 2 would be to have a concrete sales process inside. This just does not mean the meetings and discovery and demo meetings. It's the complete sales process, right? So once you have a client acquisition system figured out in like the first 30 days, first 21 to 30 days, now you need to focus on building a solid sales process. And the solid sales process allows you to convert those meetings into clients. Okay, so the sales process includes the demo meeting, plus you might have, like, instead of a 1 call close, this could be a 2 call close. So demo plus like a discovery plus demo call, right? And then following up with people, negotiating with people, forming different offers for different clients, right? Keeping in touch with them, okay? Designing or showing off the product or your service basically, in a way where it aligns directly with the demands and necessities of the client. So you need to understand the entire sales process, from bringing them on board to following up with them and eventually signing them on board, and then tracking the sales on backend and having a CRM system in place. That's basically the entire sales process. So that's what you need to work in as the pillar number 2 in the first 30 days. Okay. Number 3 will be the onboarding and indoctrination. Congratulations, you have signed a client out of the sales process. You have figured out a solid sales process, and now you have moved to onboarding. Once you have received the payment, like, the onboarding and indoctrination basically involves receiving the payments, which, like, the more of the onboarding process is receiving the payments, bringing them on board on your communication system, getting access to their ad accounts if you provide advertisement services, getting access to their creative packs, getting access to their content calendar, and all sorts of things, right? Their hero material, for example. And indoctrination is basically similar, but just making them believe and trust your process. So having a proper kickoff meeting where you set clear expectations and provide a roadmap of how you plan to eventually scale their business with your services. Okay, so that they know what, if they're starting from point A, they know what the point B is as well. Okay, now D, the last and final point is D, which is service delivery. Once you have completely onboarded, the clients are satisfied with the onboarding process. Always get a feedback as well. Once you have onboarded, how did you like the onboarding process? Is there anything you'd like to change? These questions help you form your and reform and iterate your onboarding process as well. But the point number D would be service delivery on point. Either you're the one doing the service or you're hiring a media buyer or performance marketer, right? Never call them a contractor. I just hate the term contractor. But basically, having a solid service delivery in place. If you're providing one, I would always recommend to start off with one service and then upselling them. But if you have a mix and match of different platforms, having complete knowledge and a full solid bulletproof process of scaling a business, okay, would be the service delivery. Because if you do not have this on point, those clients are eventually going to leave and your retention rate will go down the drain hole. And like at the end of the day, I hope you understand that it's easier to retain a client than to sign more clients. So always make sure your service delivery is on point. Okay, so these were the 4 elements. Now, why did I say the 21 days mark? Why did I mention why you can build a 10K per month agency, and why I'm so confident you can build the 10K per month agency foundations in just 21 days, right? It comes down to this 21/90 rule, a very famous rule, which says it takes only 21 days to build a habit and 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle change. So from your client acquisition pillar to your sales process, for example, it will take you 21 days if you're learning from a right source, okay? Instead of just gathering through information. Once you have the information, it will take you 21 days to be proficient with your sales process, iterating on it every single day, right? Learning, practicing. You need like 21 days at least to be comfortable with what you're doing, and then 90 days to ingrain it. Like it should be in your bloods to be a good salesman in like the next couple 30 to 60 to 90 days. Okay, so that's why I mentioned the 21 to 90 days rule. Now, once you're done, obviously we discussed this is basically how you build like an agency structure, a 10K per month agency in 30 days. But what do you do after that? I'm just going to give you a brief overview. I'm happy to discuss this more in detail later. But the brief overview of you going from day 1 to 30 was just foundations. Now, day 30 to 60 would be just making iterations after receiving and observing data. So once you start your client acquisition efforts, you're going to see how your response rate, open rates, reply rates, book meeting rates are. And then you will be able to make decisions on, oh, this one is low, I need to change this, I need to iterate this, and just make changes according to that. Even with the sales process, you're going to once you start taking sales calls, you're going to face different kinds of objections, right? And once you face those objections, you're going to learn from them, put them in your sales script, note them down, and remember them for future sales calls as well. Similarly with service delivery, similarly with onboarding, from the feedback you get with onboarding. Okay, now what happens in the day 60 to 90, which is where you should have a 10K per month agency if you're doing everything right, is simple. It's ramping up your operations. So just increasing everything, client acquisition efforts, increasing the amount of people you're reaching out to, increasing your sales efforts. So once you increase your client acquisition, right, you're going to get a lot of meetings. Once you get a lot of meetings, you can't be the only one handling, because you need to focus on other aspects of business as well. So hiring sales development reps and just sales representatives, okay? And then onboarding, it needs to be automated. So instead of ramping, you just need to automate, which I've mentioned on the slide. And outsourcing your service delivery, because even if you like, as much of as an expert you are with service delivery, at a point there will be so many clients and you don't want to lose focus on the big picture. So it's important to learn to outsource it at the end of the day. So that's basically it. That's the entire process on how to go from zero to $10,000 per month within the 21 days, or I should say the 90-day mark. Hope this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in the comments section. Just trust. One thing which I would say before I go is just trust the process, okay? As I just mentioned to you, even if you start taking action today, I can assure you, if you're doing everything right, it is like, it's more than impossible to not be able to achieve 10K per month, right? it's the easiest process if you know what you're doing and you're trusting the process. And these are the only 4 pillars, according to me, which you should focus on. That's basically it. Again, any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook, for example, just leave a like and add any comments if you want. And feel free to reach out to me one-on-one if you have any questions. Just feel free to reach out to me on either Instagram or Facebook Messenger. That's basically it. I'll leave the links below as well. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.